What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. You know we got more teeny tinies, right? Today we are taking a look at the Retro Diner. I did not find these in the store. Where I live, it takes a minute for my local store to get new items. So I do some of my shopping online and buy my teeny tinies from the Five Below website. However, since I can't pick them out in person, and teeny tinies on occasion have a few misprints, sometimes I'll buy two, hoping that I'll get a good print. But that does double the price. So, you know. But with the Retro Diner, I'm kinda happy I ordered two because we get a pretty decent mug and a glass made of plastic. But before we open this up, we need a backdrop. Let's make a quick poster board room. I've got this light blue poster board. It's a pretty sturdy poster board that measures 28 by 22 inches. I fold it in half, giving us a back wall that is 14 inches and also a floor that is 14 inches. On the back wall, I lightly sketch out my design, like a door. To make the windows on the doors, I trace the plastic circle from tape. Draw a rectangle for a counter 6 inches from the floor. I made a second rectangle the same length, about 4 inches above it. I traced the lines of the door with a black marker. I even went around the circles and filled them in. Take silver contact paper and cut 2-inch strips. I cut out a circle where the window is going to be. Place the contact paper between the lines. Cut out the circles. I add a 1/2-inch strip going around the edge. Tape clear plastic from packaging in the back. I add 2 strips of silver for handles. To make a door, I take another piece of poster board, fold it at 2 inches, 6 inches, 2 inches, 6 inches again, then make a tab that's less than 2 inches. This is going to be the counter on the back wall, but before I glue it together, I cover the front with more silver contact paper. Let's use a ruler and a dotting tool to make a few lines, leaving a little impression. Cut a few rectangles of poster board or cardstock, cover them with contact paper, then attach them to the front to add a little more dimension and hopefully look like cabinets. Then glue the ends together to make the box, making sure it can lay flat. Make another box that's 1 inch, 2 inches, another inch, 2 and 3/4. I cover the front, make a few lines with the dotting tool, then glue the box together. I'm liking this silver vibe, so I cut a 5-inch strip of contact paper. Let's place it on the wall right above where we marked for the counter. I use the ruler and the dotting tool to make diagonal lines. In one direction, I'm making mine about every 1/2 inch, going all the way down the wall. Then go the other direction, again every 1/2 inch, to make a tile pattern. Let's glue the boxes in place, making sure that everything can still lay flat. Let's bring in a few printables. I've got my black and white tile that I just printed a little larger. We're gonna glue that onto the floor. I feel like a black and white checker floor is classic, and I covered it in tape for a little shine. I have a few scraps of poster board that measure 6 inches by 14 and 2 pieces that are 6 inches by 3. On the shorter pieces, I scored the edges at a 1/2 inch to create 2 tabs on the sides that we can glue onto the larger pieces and make a box. But first, I printed off another printable. I cut out the black and white tiles. I covered them in tape first, then glued them onto the front of our box. Well, what will be a box? I trace the lines with my dotting tool for a little dimension. Let's add a few scraps of silver, then glue on the sides to make our box. That can lay flat for easy storage, but we need a counter. I cut a rectangle of poster board and fold it over the edge. We can cover it with tape or contact paper. I went with a light marble. I'm going to tape it to the inside of the back of the box. Then when we close it, we have our counter. But we have to put something on it to weigh it down. But when it's open, it should still lay flat. I made another counter to match. Let's put a little piece of black contact paper right on top, or a little stove top, and I just glue it right on top. Once again, making sure it can all lay flat. Let's use a few more printables, like our glass bricks on the side of the door, and a printable of neon lights at the top. And our backdrop is done. We have a counter where the dolls can sit and have a meal. We can make stools using bottle caps and wooden dowels, or use a few we might already have in our collection. I bought this one on Amazon a while back. There's a place in the back for the dolls to cook, and we have a door to nowhere. Now let's check out those minis, or rather, teeny tinies. Priced at $5, we get 20 pieces that are listed on the back of the box. But are they a good size for a Barbie? Let's find out. First, check out the backdrop. I love that Teeny Tinies gives us flat backdrops that we could use to take a few shots of some of our smaller dolls, like the kiddos, who are a little over 6 inches tall. This backdrop has a little more color than some of the other ones we've seen, so I like it. Just like I love this included glass. We only get one, but I love the details at the bottom. I dress my doll in the Naturalista's night routine nightgown. Part of me thinks it looks kinda perfect for a retro diner look. And I added the apron from the Icon Salon. I think it kinda works, and you can always give it a little name tag to really sell the idea. But here's the glass with our doll, and it looks like a good size. We get a soda machine. It's a silver color and the front is painted. We can place that in the back, and the glass can fit underneath. We only get one glass, so if we want more, we'll have to get another set. And unfortunately, this cup is scratched. We get a coffee mug, which I think looks pretty good. I was able to get the doll to hold it. We get a napkin holder and a table number. The napkin is a sticker on a block of plastic, and the number is the same on both sides. We get a tabletop jukebox. It has printed details on the front. That's fun. We get a tiny container for sugar. However, I'm probably going to pretend like this is salt. We have a plastic book. That's the menu, which can stand up on a counter. We have a ketchup and mustard bottle that look like a good size for the dolls. We get a small basket tray with a sculpted napkin or paper. I think it's a little small, but we can get away with it. We also get a burger with painted details and a tiny carton of fries. We can pretend that we're cooking the burger in the back. We also get a pretty decent waffle maker that can open. There are details on the inside, and we get 2 waffles. Can the waffles fit in the waffle maker? Oh, they can! And we can close it. That's pretty cool. It looks like a good size for the dolls, and this is a piece that we can easily put in the dollhouse kitchen as well. We get a grilled cheese where it's cut in half and the 2 pieces are stuck together. We get a cinnamon roll, a stack of pancakes attached to a plate with butter on top. It's a good size for the dolls. We get a slice of key lime pie. The lime on the top is printed. The crust and the pie filling are 2 separate pieces glued together. They are attached to the plate, and there's a sculpted spoon. And we get a milkshake with a sticker going around the edge. There are painted cherries on top. However, this item could probably use a touch-up. We're getting a nice amount of food here. Paint is not perfect, but when we have the time, we can totally stop and do a touch-up. I think one set can totally give us that diner look, and we can bring over items from other teeny tinies, like the silver plates from High Tea, to use as a tray for the dolls. Let us know what you think about the Teeny Tinies Retro Diner in the comments down below. Thank you for joining us while we made a pop-up diner and checked out a few Teeny Tinies. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time.